I like tongs because you got to give them a little test click.
Yeah.
Before you use them. Like, hi.
It's the Krisha, Frank, and Tongs show. These are barbecue tongs you have to unlock them.
I dig them. They great big old. Woo!
So the point of this, didn't work. So why bother explaining the point of this? I have barbecue tongs in the hope that I could find some kind of stylus and self-service reach across
and start the video.
Oh, here's a pen. Hi, Jerry.
Jerry.
Thank you, dear.
Jerry comes in.
So I wonder if it'll work. Because I don't know. If I do it now, it might stop the show.
It's true, but I think.
But this is the plan.
The plan is to start the video.
Here, you try it. I don't think the tongs are grippy enough. I think I need different tongs.
I like that Jerry laughs as she just walks away. She's just like...
Well, it's the Krisha and Frank show. We're on YouTube, so if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts or
that'll work.
Google Podcasts...
I'm not going to do it now.
Or Spotify or whatever else is we're on, iHeartRadio, all the different audio platforms. You might also please want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because where else are you going to see quality entertainment? Like us spending a solid minute plus trying to see if we have barbecue tongs that'll reach the iPhone. That was quality.
Hey, today, very quickly, is Double Your Donation Day with Second Harvest Food Bank of East Tennessee. They are an organization that you and I both worked with in previous lives.
Yeah.
And
everybody in town loves to support Second Harvest. The late great Billy Kidd, for example, was so involved. They named a loading dock after him.
They did. I saw that.
And today, like you said, Double Your Donation Day. So I'm talking about Thursday, December 10th, 2020.
So if you're listening to this or watching this in the future, sorry, you missed it. You can still donate to Second Harvest.
It would still help. But here's the deal is that for today, Thursday, December 10, they've lined up to $500,000 in potential matching donations.
Right. So if you donate $10, they're going to double it. If you donate $1,000, they're going to double it. If you donate $500,000, which if you have $500,000...
if we talk to you in the terms of the East Tennessee community, if the East Tennessee community, us, you, all of us, donate together $500,000 by 10s and 20s and 30s and whatever's...
It will double.
To $1 million.
Yeah, and it's really cool. So you can go to Second Harvest... I can't read it from the... ETN. Oh,
it's secondharvestetn.org
/DYD 2020. Double your donation
2020. And I've got it there on the bottom of the screen. And I'll put a clicky link in the show notes down below. But, we've got our friend Elaine Streno, who has run that place for a long time. And Michael Toronto's working over there. I think... my friend Rachel is back there. She had worked there and then left and come back, I think.
My first and only riding a hoverboard experience was at Second Harvest. Yeah.
I love it in the loading dock area where the Billy Kidd loading dock is. When we would go there for our radio broadcasts separately, I did this one where we did a panoramic photo where I stood with a pile of cans and then they panoed the photo over to the next thing, and I ran around behind the camera, and I was there again.
You love doing those.
I do.
You really do.
With the palette of whatever the next thing was, and then run around again and do... So I show up 3 times in the same pano. Yeah. It's fun.
But seriously, the work that Second Harvest does and the amount of people that they feed, and especially, I am a big fan of their kids programs and their school programs.
Food for Kids, where they... Because especially now, since COVID, there's kids who aren't going to school and getting their paid-for school lunches.
Right.
So Second Harvest has stepped up to fill that need in dozens of counties in East Tennessee, and they're part of the nationwide Second Harvest program. And the difference between a food bank and then a food pantry or a kitchen, the food bank supplies all those pantries and kitchens that you know about.
Right.
So that's kind of the distribution chain. So you help the food bank by giving them money.
And it helps all the others.
They buy groceries at a deep, deep, deep discount. They'll buy a huge ton of cereal, and then they'll bag it themselves right there in Maryville and give it to the pantries and the banks.
Yep.
And the pantries and the kitchens.
So double your donation day today, December 10th. Do the thing. Thank you.
That was nice that we did that.
Hi.
I don't know if any of them watch, but...
And even if they don't, it's still
nice.
We have very generous and very amazing followers. So
we do.
Yeah.
We do. How are you?
Ooh, buddy.
So I had a list of things, but you're like, no. I have got something to tell you, and I've been actually waiting since
man.
yesterday because you kind of teased it yesterday in the text after we were done with the shows. You sent me a text.
I sent you a text because I didn't
It was
know.
at night. It was late.
I didn't know if I was going to be late today or not because I didn't know if I would be able to take a shower.
That said foreshadowing, not foreshowering. I'm trying to remember what the text said.
I foreshadowed my shower.
Did you take a shower?
I did. I mean, I'm clean. I didn't wash my hair, but I'm clean. What's today?
Thursday, December 10th. We just talked about it.
A few days ago, Sunday, I was doing dishes, and I don't have a dishwasher. It's me.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing my dishes, and it's just me. And my sink clogged up a little, and I was like, "Oh man!" So I have a little sink plunger.
Okay.
Always have a good sink plunger.
No grindy mighty disposal thing.
No.
Right, okay.
So I plunged, and it was fine. Several days later, I was going potty, and I had started a load of laundry.
Okay.
And laundry's going, and I'm in the bathroom, and as I'm in the bathroom, I'm washing my hands, and my toilet goes glip, 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 glip.
That's not a healthy sound.
And then I hear my shower. Glick, 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 glick.
So this is the drain pipes, the sewage, not the water going in, but the water going out.
Right. And I was like, what is happening?
That's not good.
And I pulled the
Was
curtain.
there a snake? I've heard of snakes that come up through the
I
toilet.
pulled the curtain back, and there's dirt, brown water coming up.
Oh, it's like Old Faithful. It's a geyser.
But it was like dirt. It was like leaf.
That's not, I mean...
It was leaf particle.
Somebody eats a lot of leaves.
No, it was dirt. It was definitely dirt.
Not sewage.
No, it was clay, like clay dirt. And I was like...
Was anyone flushing your manhole out on the street? Because remember, I had my manhole flushed.
You did. Nobody
so that this wouldn't happen.
Nobody was manhole flushing, and I go into my kitchen, and my kitchen sink is going glip, 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 glip.
This is really bad.
I go to where I've just done a load of laundry that is waiting to go into the dryer, and it's backing up into my washing machine.
Your formerly clean clothes.
My formerly clean clothes are no longer. And I have numerous clothes.
I'm just curious. Just mind my own business. Curious.
And I live in a house that's split into two, and so I messaged my neighbors. I was like, by any chance, are either one of you home? And they were.
Are they glug-glugging over there?
They were glug-glugging over there. There used to be
one house that's been divided into a...
They're glug-glugging over there, too.
So the whole house.
And Joel, my neighbor, was like, meet me outside.
Uh-oh.
And this apparently had happened a few months ago before I moved in.
So it's not your fault.
It's not my fault.
Did you flush something you shouldn't have flushed?
There is like a drain pipe in a freshly dug hole in the backyard. And I've known that that's there. And so it's like a little white drain pipe.
Okay.
And Joel takes the cap off, and it's just like, boo.
Oh. Did it get all over him?
No.
He knew to step back?
He did, because this has apparently happened before.
Oh.
What happened was roots, because this house was built in the 1800s, the late 1800s. Mm-hmm. And some of the plumbing is old clay pipes. And they had come in.
Oh, yeah, and the roots will eventually grow right through the clay pipes.
And they had come in, and they had replaced a bunch of pipes. And... they apparently did not do all of the pipes that needed to be done.
The roots are going to go where they're going to go.
And so there I is in my pajamas and a pair of boots cleaning out said drain.
The hole in the lawn.
The hole in the lawn, because it's like the drain pipe. And Joel's got a hanger, and he's like cleaning things out.
Yeah, so usually you would use a snake, is what they call it. There's a plumbing device that you go, a roto-rooter type thing, where you put a wire down there. And it...
Now, I use wipes, personal wipes, but I learned a long time ago not, even if they say flushable, they're not flushable. Mm-hmm. In a house that I lived in previously, pipes backed up, and it was because the flushable wipes should not be flushed.
Didn't break down.
So I don't do that, but possibly somebody... not in my home, but somebody has... I
don't remember if I brought any wipes when I came over.
Either done this previously, and it's just... So that's the
problem, is these flushable... Well, a lot of people don't... differentiate. Unfortunately, you hear the phrase flushable wipes, and then you buy the regular baby wipes,
and it's not,
which are completely not flushable, and they almost solidify into these.
Like,
I've read articles. I'm afraid to look at the pictures.
Well, you could just come to my backyard because that's what it looks like.
Clogs of wipe.
So much.
So you're dreaming of a wipe.
So much.
Christmas.
And everything is fixed now. They actually came, they flushed the pipes, all the things happened, but this happened yesterday while I was gone. And so I came home late last night, went right to bed, and I was just like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. If you can
shower in the morning, which is hence the text that I got at 10 something or 11 something at night saying,
right.
Sorry, I've been quiet.
I've been in my backyard cleaning out other people's poo.
Would you recognize your own if you saw it? How do you know it's other people's?
I don't know. It's an amalgamation of all of the people that have lived there within the last 2 years, I assume.
All right.
But everything is fine now. We've got new pipes. I assume it's fine because when I left, I re-washed my clothes. I took a shower. So my whole house could be flooding while I'm gone, but it was an ordeal.
You know who else has a poor sense of smell is Dr. Bill Bass.
He does?
Dr. Bill Bass of the Body Farm. One of his secrets to his success, as he says, is his poor sense of smell. Because he can hang around with the dead bodies.
Right.
And not be bothered by that. And he's written books about it. And you can buy all that stuff at bonezones.com.
Don't forget the S.
Because you got a note.
I did. I have a note that when I say don't forget the S, it sounds like I say don't forget the ass.
But it's on the... Well, if you're listening, Tim and is listening to the show on Spotify or
Don't
Apple.
forget the S.
So, but when you're watching on YouTube, I do actually have it along the bottom.
Yeah, but at bonezones.com, don't forget the S. You can get all sorts of Dr. Bill Bass stuff. You can not only get the books and signed books, he'll sign the books. You can get these really super cool tumblers, which I love. And you can get all the things. You've got mail.
That's right. I'll save that for one moment.
Okay.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. Whether you want the challenge coin for Christmas, and here's the best part, is whatever you buy at bonezones.com.
Don't forget the S.
Between now and Christmas, you'll get free shipping, but only if you mention
Krisha and Frank.
Which is us, because we do the ads for bonezones.com.
Yeah.
And we're happy to do that because we love all the stuff. I mean, you know, I'm hoping that we can get Dr. Bass back out in public soon to do lectures. But in the meanwhile, let's do this. Let's sell the merch, the T-shirts, the tote bags.
Let's support what we can support while we support it.
Yeah, and have all that fun stuff. So thank you to Susan and everybody over at Bone Zones for helping out the Krisha and Frank show.
Yeah. So what you got?
Now, this is the end of the Bone Zones commercial, but I'm reminded that I got my holiday letter from Carol and Bill Bass. So without giving out their home address, I thought it'd be funny to read the letter.
Dear friends, from Carol and Bill Bass. Happy holiday season 2020.
It's like a memo. It's written like an academic memo.
I need to start with an explanation on why you did not receive a holiday greeting from us last year.
I know. What was up with that?
Now we can say this part?
We'll just leave out the name of the community.
Right.
But yeah, I'm assuming.
Okay. Carol and I went through a period of debate about whether it was time for us to consider moving to an assisted living facility.
Ooh.
Carol is 83 and I am 92. After visiting some 4 or 5 old folks' homes, we decided that we had not yet reached retirement age.
He's 92.
By this time, New Year's was upon us, so we missed the usual Christmas greeting. After 20 years, we are still living where we are and enjoying it even more.
Good.
Except for fixing a broken wire in my pacemaker in early November. They left the broken wire in and bypassed it with a new wire. We have both been in good health. Both of our families are doing well in both jobs and school. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Carol and Bill Bass.
Isn't that lovely?
I love that so much. He's 92 and they have not reached retirement age.
And also, I think I threw the envelope over there, but it's hand addressed.
Of course it is.
By Dr. Bass. So.
I love handwritten letters. I love mail so much. One of
the, I hate to say call it a show prep service, but one of my DJ friends, Donnie Andrews, puts show prep on Facebook.
Right.
And he said that this is not a long letter. This is a valid explanation. But he says the long, newsy, Christmas letter is very much out this year. Nobody wants to read.
Nobody wants to read.
That's not true.
We've all been doing the same thing.
Well, see, I used to love those because without outing any friends who do not live in Tennessee and that I didn't go to college with.
I feel like I should write my family Christmas letter this year. I've never done it, but I now want to.
Well, I used to write them back when we lived in California because we didn't have anybody
like what
close by. The closest relatives were 3,000 miles away, so I'd write up the letter. But we still get some of these wonderfully long, newsy letters from people in Maryland and California and elsewhere and Virginia, and I eat them up. I love them so much because some of them you just actually do like them because they're actually good, but those are the rare few. There's like my friend Kathy. I have a friend Kathy who writes a great letter. It's nice. Mm-hmm. It's not too boasty. I mean, they're probably millionaires, but it's not too boasty. Right. But there's some other ones that are just you love to hate them.
Oh, and this year Tommy was accepted into 4 different schools, and we had such a hard time deciding where to go for holiday because all the mask mandates, and oh dear. And I tell you, you should just come and visit us sometime. And I don't mean you actually should. I mean that we don't miss you and we don't want your company. But we feel that we need to extend this invitation because we don't want to feel like the selfish turds that we are. So, in closing, Merry Christmas. Hope you're well. We've all had COVID, but we survived.
Because we had a party at the superintendent's.
Flames on the sides of my face.
Yes, the superintendent of the office. The factory superintendent.
The factory superintendent.
Plant manager.
No, I feel like all Christmas letters should be one form letter this year. Yeah. We all doing the same stuff.
I don't know what to see. I
was fired from 2 jobs this year.
See, that's what I'm tempted to do.
I don't know why all of my letters I'm writing in an accent.
It sounds like a skit you did in the Big Fat Holiday Cabaret at Flying Anvil. Did you do a skit like this?
Sure.
Okay. Maybe it's some other show that I saw.
No, it is.
But
it's been a long time.
I'm tempted. On the one hand, I've been trying to write to people, and you probably are tired of getting emails from me. Hey, first there was the looking for job opportunities email that I sent out at the beginning of September. And a few people wrote back.
Well, and you kind of have to.
Most people don't.
No, I'm saying you kind of have to send those out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then, I started this past week, knowing that we have several more important business meetings, I started saying out, hey, I'm trying to monetize the YouTube. I'm still looking for a job, but in the meanwhile, for no cost to you, you could click subscribe on your YouTubes, and that would help us, Krisha and Frank,
for little to no cost,
get closer to the monetization goals. So. Who's the best person at doing that?
Who?
Jerry.
Of course she is.
Yeah, because she's like, she knows I need the money.
More than anybody. She's like, let me help here. Oh, God. I almost spilled.
No spill. Well, we'll point out, if you watched our Thanksgiving extravaganza, and Tim Coleman, this is for you. Yes, this is the same set we used for the Thanksgiving extravaganza, also known as my dining room. This is Aunt Dee's old dining room table, and you see the beautiful Christmas tablecloth.
Yeah.
But under it,
we got the kids' tablecloth.
We have
such a disaster.
The picnic, the outdoor picnic tablecloth that we use.
And it's doubled down. I will have
you know why? Because it's when the grandkids come over. This is what, So, when you spilled all of that stuff on Thanksgiving, it only went down as one ply.
But you cleaned it. We washed it.
Yeah, it worked fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you can see it's over there. I should have put it away. It's supposed to go in that drawer where I got this one from.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Well, thank you, Krisha. Happy double your donation day.
And happy, it's almost Friday.
That's right. And on Saturday, we should have mentioned right at the top of the show, we are doing a live feed for the Carnes Network, not on our YouTube, but on their YouTube, the Carnes Network. They want to have a parade in Carnes.
They do?
And, it's hard to have a parade. Most of them have been canceled.
Yep.
But in Carnes, and I don't mean this as a diss on Carnes, but if you went to last year's Carnes Christmas parade, it was pretty socially distant.
Right. Well, I mean, it's a rural community.
Right. The rural juror lives there.
Right. But I'm excited. I am actually really excited that we get to do the color commentary for the YouTubes of the Cons Christmas parade.
And they've figured it out. They're going to set us up on the pedestrian bridge over Oak Ridge Highway.
I'm so
as long as we don't spit on the people, we're good. Fine. Right. So I think we'll be fine.
We're in each other's bubble, so we're fine.
And then, and we'll be distant from everybody else. They'll have the cameras set up. And, and the crew, they're going to be down off the bridge, down at street level, because there's some insurance ladies letting them use her internet.
Nice.
So we can stream it.
Watch our page. We'll be sharing their YouTube on Saturday morning. It starts at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So parade start lineup is at Ingalls in Carnes, and it takes a little bit of ways, probably about 15, 20 minutes to get to us. That means we get to just blather.
Yeah, and the weather should be nice on Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that.
So
we'll
cheers to you.
See you tomorrow. See you Saturday. Woo.
Thanks for watching.
That's the best freeze I've ever done.
Yeah, it was good. You know why? Because we have the coffee cup to cover. All right, get the tongs.